Good morning, anyone new to the channel. Good morning, anyone and everyone who's here live, listening just to the audio, or watching on the team replay, hashtag team replay in the comments if that's you. I'm glad you're here. I've got good news and I've got bad news. I've got good news and I've got bad news on the show. And I've got good news and bad news right off the bat. Good news, it's Good Morning Disney time. Bad news, it's just me. E2 is downstairs. Paula's downstairs. I don't know exactly what's going on, but everything's good. Everything's good. I think they just got a little late at start, I think. I don't really know. And I should know, but it doesn't matter. So the good news is Good Morning Disney is about to start. The bad news is it's just me. I'm not nearly as cute nor as pretty. Oh, so pretty. But, I mean, it is what it is. You got me. You got me, babe. Anyway, let's say hi to all the peeps in the chat. I'm glad you're here. And then we'll get to the good news and the bad news. Only really two news items, a bunch of other items that we've already talked about on the show. You know, I find it's kind of cool, actually. So throughout the day, I get updates. I say this all the time. If you're new, if you're new to the show, this might be new to you. If you're a veteran of the show, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. But you already know that we all probably do. I don't know. I shouldn't say everybody's doing what I'm doing. I get alerts all day long on social media about Dodger things, Disney things. If bacon's in the news, I'm getting an alert. All right? Things that I love, I get alerts on. So obviously I get alerts on Disney all day long. But when I end my day, I go to hunt Disney news. I look for what I think the most fun, if not most important, Disney news item of the day is, and I create a thumbnail for it, and I pop it on for the night, for the next morning, go to bed, wake up, come talk to you guys about it, right? Lately, it seems that a lot of the news that is the biggest news of the day, we've already talked about. I find the vloggers, there's a couple that are right on it, the Disney news vloggers out there, but some of them are like 4 and 5 and 6 days late. Some of them are over a week late, which is kind of cool. It's good news for us Disney creators. Let me explain. Every now and then I talk to like a Disney creator teacher, and they'll hear that I'm in the Disney niche, and they'll often, not always, but often go, oh, that's such a saturated YouTube environment. They're wrong. It's not. There's so many more people who want to and do consume Disney content. That's two different groups. A group of people that are consuming a lot of Disney content, that there's like a bunch of different Disney YouTube communities, not to mention the Instagram and the Facebook and all those things. There's a bunch that don't even know each other. And we need to crack through that. Then number two, there's all these Disney people who want more Disney news who don't know about all the Disney content that is on YouTube. That's where can I be blunt? That's where the big dollars are. That's where the big viewership are. That's where the most eyeballs are. And so when I talk to people about, I want to get in, like, I'm a teacher. I'm not a public school teacher. I'm a big believer in teach what you know. I think that's how society, dare I say, that's how culture grows. A little deep thoughts with Dole Whip this morning. My apologies. That's what I get for not having a lot of coffee this morning. There's so much room to grow in this niche or niche, depending on how you want to pronounce it, in my never so humble opinion. Now, I am a glass half full kind of guy. I see the opportunity in things. So maybe I'm looking through rose-colored glasses, but I'm not. There's a ton of opportunity out there. So if you're one of those Disney YouTubers who's hasn't started yet and is about to start, or just started, or feels like he or she is struggling, or just doesn't feel like, why hasn't my stuff connected? I have answers for you. Because the world's a big place and it takes a long time. It takes 100 videos to get to 100 subscribers for some of the good ones. It takes 1,000 videos to get to 10,000 subscribers. So don't drop 20 videos and feel like the YouTube algorithm doesn't like you. But my point is simply this. When I'm looking at Disney news and stuff on purpose, and a lot of the content's coming out days late, and it's still getting a bunch of views, that is evidence that demands a verdict, that there's a lot of room to grow. Now, this show isn't about growth on YouTube, but if you know me well, you know that I want to break into that. And I don't want to be in the YouTube growth community. I want to help people who are spreading positive messages to spread it more. And the best way to do that is to do it within your niche or niche, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And for me, that's sports and Disney and things like that. So if I could be one of the voices that helps people find their voice, that'd be cool. That's kind of my jam. That was kind of a long diatribe. Let's say hi to the people in chat. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm talking to people. If you're not here live, you're not going to be sure what's going on. I'm going to say hello to all the people who are here in the live chat. If you're Team Replay, hashtag Team Replay, in the comments below, and or if you're listening to this audio somewhere, podcast is coming, so that wouldn't be yet. And this might not even be a podcast in the future. But if you're listening to the audio and you don't know what's going on, you can listen live 9:15 Central Time, 10:15 Eastern Time on YouTube. Dole Whip channel. Good morning, Disney, the show. First one in the house, Fulton. Yes, I did get your email. I responded to you, buddy. Bloom and Cheese in the house. BDF, that's Keith in the house. What's going on? Francisco, our Dodgers are having a rough time of it. Must win tonight. If we go down 3-0, the math gets really tough. I suspect we're still going to win. I still pick my Dodgers in 6. Meaning they're going to win the next 4. And I have Disney. I don't have Disney. I have World Series Game 7 tickets because I'm a Dodgers fan. If the Dodgers lose, I just sell them and make some money, I guess. Which is good, but I want to go to the game. Anyway, Sandy Norris in the house. What's going on? Welcome in. Jay Skywalker still has a better last name than me. Welcome in. I'm glad you are here. Kadani Sean fell asleep. So I've got, you know how some people take is it melatonin? Melatonin? Is that a thing? If you are having trouble sleeping on Tuesdays, come to Welcome Home DVC, the DVC show with me every Tuesday night, 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, other times, other places, depending on where you live. And you too can fall asleep like Kadani Sean did. Your message made me mostly happy. Thanks for being at the show, and you're welcome for putting you to sleep. Dean, the turkey lakester in the house. Dean is like 7 days away. I can't even go on Instagram anymore because I go on Instagram and Dean, the turkey lakester Bancroft, is on Instagram, and he doesn't say, "Ha ha, I'm mocking you, Jeff." It doesn't say that, but it says that because he says, "Hey, I can't. I'm 7-4. I'm about to be at Disney without Jeff." That's what I see. So whatever. I'm happy for you. I'm mostly sad for me. Hitchhiking Bones in the house. What's going on, Kadani Sean? I hope you're awake. I'm not feeling very awake. I'm a little sleepy today. The Mickey Bunch in the house. It's Wednesday, so the Mickey Bunch will be live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right after this show. This show doesn't always go to the full hour, or the full 45 minutes, excuse me. But on the hour at 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, other times, other places, depending on where you live, she goes live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And this is Wednesday, so you should go check that out. Tina McNeil's my friend. She's here. By the way, those people in green are members. Boy, yesterday, thank you to all of you, by the way. Members especially bless me and my family. They're in green. They get the emojis. They get a Friday night Zoom party, usually. You don't get a lot. You're just blessing me and my family, and I appreciate it. Had a huge members day yesterday. 2 really, really, really nice upgrades and a brand new member. And so thank you. Thank you to all my members. It's amazing that you guys do that for me. So anyway, there you go. I appreciate that. Surfer Girls in the house. Corner Sports Tommy's in the house. What's going on? Matt W in the house. One of my logo guys. What's going on, buddy? Martin Memphis in the house. What's going on? She went to a taco thing. Whatever. Love you. Jan S. Disney in the house. Did I say hello to everybody? No, I didn't. Tremaine and Disney's in the house. Sherry, Awesome Sunset Travels, the official travel person of Dole Whip. If you want to go on a mall and you can't get off for 4 days and we'll take you somewhere tropical or somewhere freezing cold, she's the person for you. Reach out to her. Tell her Dole Whip Dad sent you. She will throw you on a boat. But it's a good thing. The way you say it, it makes it sound horrible. It's a good thing. Go check it out. RBDZ in the house. Jeff, I'll never forget the first time. Me either. But wait, what? Hold on. Jeff, I'll never forget the first time me and my friend went live on YouTube. You wrote us both with, I think I know what you're talking about. I remember that. You're very welcome. I'm a fan of you. I am a fan of you. Jackie, I'm a fan of you. But that's not it, though. I'm a fan of people. I despise when people say they can't because they're right, but they weren't right before they said it. You know what I'm saying? You can be anything you want, including a lazy bum loser. But you can be someone who spreads joy. You can be someone who have a teachable point of view. So I at my work, what I do is a lot of teaching, a lot of coaching, a lot of mentoring of employees and of kids. Anybody who leads an organization got to be your coach, you're a mentor. Have a teachable point of view is something that executive directors should have in the field that I'm in. And I'm now teaching that to people in my field. Well, screw that. Let's teach it to everybody. Have a teachable point of view. And what should that teachable point of view be? Well, it's different for everybody. But for me, one of my teachable points of view is you have a voice, and not you should share it, that you can't not share it. When the tree dies in the forest, it's dead forever. You've got a voice. You've got an opportunity to share your you. I think it's a sin to not do that. I think it's not lazy to say, oh, I'm worried about how people are going to judge me. I think you're stealing from other people when you don't share your you with the world. So there. I fell asleep before the show. Kadani Sean, excuses, buddy. Whatever. We'll watch it today, says Sandy. Thank you. I'm way behind. I'm just having fun talking to chat today. DVC page, says Sandy. There you go. Mickey Butt. Oh, no, you're very welcome, Kelly. Oh, wow. Thank you. I'm just trying to get caught up. No boats moving. I don't know what that means. Inside the Mouse just posted something about Disneyland and its unions meeting agreement. I can, but I don't want to watch. All right. So listen, we got good news and we got bad news. Tell me in chat, do you want the good Disney news or the bad Disney news first? It had a very different, it would have had a large impact on the thumbnail and the title of my show today. And I went with the positive, which if you saw my thumbnail, you know what I'm going to talk about for the positive. But the negative is very negative, and frankly, when I do topics along this line, the show gets demonetized for a few hours. Bad first says Kadani Sean. Sandy says cruise ships. Hey, I didn't see Corny Sport. Yeah, Tommy's in the house. What's going on? Myers and the Mouse is in the house. They will be going live at noon today. By the way, Ms. Myers, I may be home at noon. Wifey's trying to get me to work from home. So I have to decide when we're done here. So I may be. So life might have changed. Gantley streaming in the house. What's going on? Thanks for becoming a member and or upgrading yesterday. Actually. Really, really appreciate it. You made my day. I was sharing at the beginning of the show. Really, really good day for me and my family and the memberships yesterday. New member and 2 upgrades. And that's a blessing. Bad news. Everybody wants the bad news first. Okay. Bad news first. Remember the story where I told you about somebody brought a WEAPONS over to Epcot, trying to beat the algorithm, spelling it. I doubt that works. The algorithm's smarter than me, so I doubt that works. Remember the guy at Epcot had a bag of stuff, had a baby bag, and put some things that have projectiles out of them. You know what I'm talking about? And he brought them, and they arrested him. There was a report that came out yesterday that, well, let's just read it. Let's just get to it right now. I'll just tell you directly. Why am I trying to remember things? I need more coffee to remember things, people. Why would I even bother? All right, here we go. Ready, set? You know those things that on TV shows and in gangs that they use against other people? Guest brings an AR-15 rifle and handgun to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort out of fear of local protest. Wait, what? I mean, when I pack, I pack for Disney. I've got a backpack. I fill it through Disney pins. I put some protein bars in there. Sometimes I'll put some suntan lotion. Then I put more Disney pins. Then I put a couple dollar bills and some money. I hide in my bag usually, so don't steal my bag, people. But so when I run out of money, I got some more money. Actually, it's really usually Disney gift cards. Let's be real. And then I put more Disney pins in my bag. You know what I never do? I never think, let's go get the AR-15 and the handgun. So guest brings AR-15 rifle and handgun to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort out of fear of local protests. While these situations are rare, it seems a guest was recently caught with an AR-15 rifle and handgun checking into Disney's. I just said that a million times. The man claims he was worried for his family's safety due to social justice protests in Central Florida. I mean, I could see that, right? I don't know that Antifa goes right into the Polynesian lobby that often. I mean, they might, they could. They don't look that bright. I don't think they wear deodorant. You'd probably smell them coming. Did I just say that out loud? Yes, I did. Put it on a shirt. According to somebody of the Orlando Sentinel, a 43-year-old man from Palm Beach Gardens checked into, so that's like right down the road, right? Into Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows, the DVC portion of the resort. The Saturday, I could have done this for the DVC show last night. Did you know about the DV show? Every Tuesday night, welcome with DVC. Kadani Sean falls asleep right before it. What the heck? Anyway. The Saturday during Labor Day holiday weekend with his guns packed inside of a tennis bag. I like tennis. I prefer it to the Purge. Just saying. A bellman discovered the guns after wondering why the bags were so heavy. Yeah, I bet. Management then contacted the Orange County Sheriff's Office. The man had concealed weapons permit. Good. Okay, so they were legal. Bringing a total of 3 rifle magazines. What? With 90 rounds. What? You don't what? And 2, I'm so glad. And 2 9mm magazines with 20 rounds. At 130 rounds. Just my math. I need copy. That might have been bad math. The rifle was stored at Disney's. Wait, what? Disney stored his guns through the end of his stay at the hotel safe. The rifle was stored at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. I guess there. Had a breakup. Guns or weapons of any kind are not allowed on Walt Disney World property. Wait, what? Like, I'm amazed at how it's like the hot coffee warning for McDonald's coffee. What? I can't bring my semi-automatic to the Poly? I'm not taking a position on any amendment here. I'm not taking a political position. I am taking a people are stupid position. Feel free to get pissed at me. So there you go. Let me get caught up on the chat. I think there's a time and a place. I guess if you feel you need to bring your high power weapons on vacation with you, I mean, I don't want you to not go on vacation, but you might be a little uptight. Hey, what do I know? What do I know? Just my opinion. Let's get caught up in chat. I'm interested. Are you mad at me in chat? Are you laughing in chat? Are you terrified in chat? Let me know. Give the bad first. Yep, that was the bad. I got good news coming. Good thing is you stick around this long, you're going to get some good news. Great to see everyone. Yes, everybody's saying hi. I love that. Oh, yeah, at least only in the hotel. That is stupid. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Holy poo. I like that more. Holy poo. That should be a shirt. You mean the Second Amendment? Question mark. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan. Matter of fact, good luck to Nancy in California. You're on. Try to take it. You won't make it to Texas. Wow, Jeff says, Tina, tomahawk. Oh, whatever, Mr. Willie. Dodgers in 6. Obviously, I'm using that for another name for Jeff to use for YouTube. And good morning to you too, gallantly streaming back at you. It's my it's my do, re, mi, pleasure to be. That's pretty good. A member. Gallantly streaming, you are funny. I like it. And you make me sing, which I love. All right. Your Tuesday show is the same time as Gonzo's Taco Tuesday. Oh, well, tacos are good too. Tell them I said hi. I totally agree with the Second Amendment. I do too, Tina. But if you are a guest at someone's house, yes. And they say, please don't bring a gun. I mean, I'm not taking a position on if you should have guns. I don't think it's a stretch to say this is a little much. Whatever. Bloomin' Cheese. Oh, wow. Jeff, I agree. People are stupid. I mean, again, if you heard from me something against the Second Amendment, that's in your brain. That ain't me. I'm a Texan. I didn't get born here. I moved here on purpose. You make the calculations. This guy should have been taken to the hospital for testing. No, I mean, he's got a concealed carry. He did it legal. I don't know why he felt the need to bring it. Obviously, he didn't put up a fight. He let him have it. I don't understand why you would. I don't get it. Whatever. Running is not allowed at Walt Disney World. And thank you. BDF for the win. Keith, running is not allowed at Walt Disney World with or without your AR. Brian, NASCAR fan in the house. Hello, how's it? How's it to you, Brian? I'm going good. Turn left real fast. Happy to see you. If he was scared, why did he? I mean, that's where I'm at, Dean. If you're worried about social unrest in a city, don't vacation in that city right now. Like, I have not made any travel plans to Portland in the last 90 days. I'm just saying. Chicago, the east side is not where I'm going for dinner tonight. I don't understand. Like, Azerbaijan. Are they even mad there? I don't even know. Mogadishu. Not places I'm trying to go. Portland, Chicago, even New York. Not where I'm going to vacation. But if you want to go to Mogadishu, you probably should bring. I don't know much about Mogadishu. I'm pretty sure I can't spell it. I'm positive I don't want a vacation there. And if I go there, I probably will pack what you packed. But maybe you don't go. Now, I would further say you're crazy lunatic, paranoid freak, overly concerned. Other words too, if you think going to the Polynesian at Disney, but maybe, I mean, stuff happens. I don't know. I don't want to tell anyone not to protect themselves and their family. I'm a big believer in that, actually. But when I go to Disney, I'm bringing Disney pins. Maybe I'm the weird one. I don't know. I mean, Jan, I love Chicago. They got some of the best restaurants in the world. About 10 people die every weekend there. So that's a bummer. I thought that the story was funny because a fool, he didn't go to jail. No, I missed the good news and the bad news this morning. I'm just sharing the bad news. I've got the good news on the way. Disney Nerd in the House, what's going on? Jan, again, I love Chicago. Some of the best restaurants in the world. I've only been there once. I only got to visit there once, but I loved it. But I'm not vacationing there. I'm guessing right now there's not a lot of people moving in or traveling to Chicago. Seattle started to become safe. We only got bad right now. Seattle's crazy with a capital K. Bloomin', I'm right. Be responsible carrier, know your rights and the laws. Dang, Jackie getting all serious. What Jackie said. All right. No, I know the Riders in Portland. I know. Seattle's crazy. They have good coffee. Big football fans. I like them. All right. Back to you. So anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Enough with the bad news. Can we get to the good news? School supplies. This is nice, right? Straight from Disney Parks blog. Sometimes I go to the bloggers. Sometimes, most of the time, the bloggers are just getting it straight from Disney. Disney Parks blog, which is always one of my favorite blogs. And you know what? Honestly, a little off topic, the art they put up there is always awesome and apparently not in focus today. Come on, focus up. I like that. All right, trust me, in focus is nice. But let's get right to it. Walt Disney World Resort donates school supplies for teachers as students return. Oh, it went away. Come back. That's my rose. Very cold rose. Try again. Talking is hard. Reading is harder. Adapting to new ways of learning is something that's been top of mind for teachers and students this fall. And with 16,000 Central Florida students resuming face-to-face learning this week, I'm not going to lie. We wanted to lend a hand in a way that mattered most to the teachers who would welcome these students back to their classrooms. Walt Disney World and A Gift for Teaching, a Central Florida nonprofit that provides free resources and materials to public schools, right in my wheelhouse. I run a nonprofit. We work with the schools. This makes me happy. Have been working together for the past 2 decades to help make a difference in local schools. This work took on even more importance this summer when the nonprofit needed to temporarily close its supply warehouse to visiting teachers and launch a new curbside supply pickup service, all while sourcing items not typically found on supply lists, like lanyards for holding face masks and individual water bottles to replace commercial drinking fountains. Thanks to the help of our merchandise teams, Walt Disney World donated thousands of lanyards, nearly 5,000 reusable shopping bags to support the new curbside pickup model, and various merch items to spread a little magic in local classrooms. I'm going to continue a little bit, reading a little more than I normally do because I like this story. The feedback from teachers has been incredible, said some lady, president of A Gift for Teaching. They've been so thankful for us, recognizing there was going to be a need and figuring out how we could help fill it. Blah, 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 blah. That's been very gratifying for us. The Walt Disney World ambassadors visited A Gift for Teaching, that's the nonprofit, to see the new curbside pickup in action and how local teachers are still getting the many resources they need, but in a whole new way. Not the song, but close enough. Da-na-na-na. So I've been involved with we have an Operation School Supply thing locally. I was on the board of that for a while. I'm not anymore. My after-school program, my nonprofit is an after-school program and a homeschooling support organization. That's what I do. And I've been with the Boys and Girls Club since '93, and we went independent not too long ago, and we spread our wings. So we're outside of the county and that we were in, and we now do homeschooling support also, which wasn't about COVID. We did that a year, 2 years before, 3 years, it doesn't matter. But it's been very timely. It's been very, very awesome. I'm a huge proponent of students, and I want to support education, and I love most teachers, but I do think we do education wrong, generally, not always, but generally. And the idea that any one way of teaching helps all kids is asinine and stupid, and that's why we need support groups like this. So I'm a huge fan of, well, almost all nonprofits, but certainly nonprofits that serve our kiddos and families in general. So this is really nice, and I want to tell a story, and I have told this story before. So again, if you're a veteran of me and my channel, you may have heard this. My apologies. It's too late to apologize, but anyway, here it comes. So when I was working at the Boys and Girls Clubs in San Marcos, California, our executive director left us to go work up in Anaheim, where Disney parks are. Now, I didn't keep in contact with him too much, honestly, but we did meet up at conferences. Every year I'd see him and a bunch of others at the conferences, right? The regional, twice a year, actually, the regional conferences and the national conferences. And this gentleman went to the Anaheim Club. I don't remember exactly what he did, but he was community resources guy. He was a community guy, marketing, and it doesn't matter. And hey, Caitlin, what's going on? Make it blue in the house. I appreciate you being here. Anyway, and so we had coffee or something, hung out at one of the events, and he told me what a fun, because he knew I was a Disney nut, right? Hey, Disney Nerd 30, what's going on? Whoop, whoop to you too. And he just sat down with me and said, you're going to hear this. They have been this would have been in early 2000s, maybe late 90s, probably early 2000s. I don't know. He sat me down and just bragged on Disney. He would get calls from Disney often. Hey, come down. We've got bags of this. Hey, bring your kids to this. Hey, tickets for the kids, passes for just all kinds of goodies. And, sometimes they wanted some PR. Sometimes it was about PR, but usually it was just they had a bunch. When I worked with the Boys and Girls Clubs in one of the Boys and Girls Clubs in California, I actually had the role I'm referring to with this guy in another club where I was a community outreach director. And it was a great job because you really got to see what businesses were about the community and which ones weren't. And frankly, it's one of the reasons I love Walmart. Walmart called me. Okay, so I'm going to tell a little Walmart story, but this is really a story about businesses serving youth, okay, which is the story Disney donated school supplies. So the Boys and Girls Clubs of where I worked, I was in charge of the community outreach, right? There was a Walmart in the town next to the town we were in. There was a Boys and Girls Clubs in the town where the Walmart was. We didn't have a Walmart, okay? The Boys and Girls Clubs of this town called the Walmart of this town called the Boys and Girls Club of their town. I don't remember what she said, like 10 times. And they said, oh yeah, we'll bring kids. Oh yeah, we'll stop by. Oh yeah. She finally calls me and say, hey, I don't know you from Adam. You're the Boys and Girls Clubs of the town I'm in. I'm in this town. Will you take my donations? I said, I would be happy to. Are you kidding me? I would love to build a relationship. But there's a Boys and Girls Clubs in your town. You should probably call them. She said, I've tried. They won't even call me back. Blah, 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 blah. So I became her best friend. We got thousands of dollars in cash, written checks. Boys and Girls Clubs of where I work. Here's money every year. Boom. Got when they would have seasonal items. So like Halloween right now, when Halloween was over, by middle of November, I would get a call. Hey, if you can be down here in the next 48 hours to take this, sometimes in the next 6 hours, to take this stuff away at yours. And we would get pallets and pallets of costumes and candy and all this stuff. And then when Thanksgiving's over, we get that, all the seasonal stuff. They would call us. And that's really where I fell in love with the company that is Walmart. And I know a lot of people like to hate on Walmart, but stop it. So the story here, the good news here, while we let off with bad news, because you made me, the good news is better than the bad news. While there's reason to not like all companies. Okay, that's fine. But there's more positive good news than there is negative news almost always. And this is one of them. So Disney, who gets attacked a lot by people politically and socially on both the left and the right. Crazy people are mad at Disney. Disney does a lot of good. And this is one of the tiny but many ways that they do it. And I like it. So again, if you're just joining me, the story that we just shared, Disney gave a bunch of school supplies to the Central Florida nonprofit. And again, they gave it to the nonprofit. Why? Because the nonprofit's the pros. Hey, Pax, what's going on? They gave it to the nonprofit pros because they already had the contacts, right? That's the way to do it. That's why I'm a big fan of local nonprofits. That's why I can't stand when people say, well, where does the money go? Yes, I get paid is the answer to that. If you want to do it yourself, go ahead. Anyway, Paximus is in the house. Paxa, I told a buddy of mine who was studying and needed help studying to reach out to you. It was late last night, so hopefully he will. But I told him about your show, and you need to Hopefully he needs to go check that out. If you want to defend yours, Gallantly streaming is funnier than me, and I do not allow people to be funny in the stream funnier than me. So Gallantly streaming, I'm going to need you to tone down your funniness because I want to be the funny one. If you want to defend yourself at Walt Disney World, wear a Universal shirt. I like it. But they'll buy them eventually, right? I just took off my glasses to check if they were dirty. Wait, what? Tina's dirty? I don't think so. Some good news is good, and a turkey leg too, says Dean. PDF businesses have donated school supplies for classrooms so teachers don't have to buy. Yeah, exactly. Love our teachers very much. Well, there's amen, RV into Disney. Yeah, I've been blessed in my career to get to know a lot of teachers, and I have a very strong opinion on education, and it's generally negative, but that is not a reflection on how much I love teachers. 99% of the time I would say this about teachers. If the admin would shut up and get out of the way and support them, things would be better. I have a problem when the administration building is beautiful and the students' library books are trash and they need a vacuum. That bugs me. But anyway, Candy Mom says, been ninja. Already had to call teacher meeting. Candy Mom, you can be a ninja anytime you want. When I went to college, when I went to college, says Tina McNeil, for early child education, nice. They taught me that kids all learn differently. Amen. Well, I don't think it's the teachers on that, Tina. I think it's the admin. I think the teachers inherit. Come on. You hang out in a room with 15 to 40 kids for more than 5 minutes, you're going to know that every kid's different. Nobody really believes that every kid learns the right way. But when you get 35, 40 kids in a classroom, you got to teach to the curve. So it's a bell curve. And who gets served? The kids in the bell. So the 60% in the middle get all the time and the resources. The 20% who need the most just to stay up, and caught up, they need 80% of the effort. And then you got these 20% on the top that are ahead of the game, and we're slowing them down, right? So we need to stop this whole you're 9, you need to be in whatever grade thing. We need to teach to individuals. So anyway, I got a whole. This is a Disney show, but I feel strong. Pax is in here. Paximus said I should have Paximus on. We should be talking education with Paximus Enterprises, who's down there. You should check him out, or in there in the chat. Let me get caught up. My sister works for Walmart, right? I'm a big fan of Walmart, Caitlin. That's cool. LOL, I never liked Walmart. Tina, I do. You can't make me. I can make you. You like Walmart. See, I already did. Good morning to you, Pax. Walmart always donates to our Habitat. I got 2 calls from Habitat for Humanity yesterday. Arvina Disney, I'm a big fan of Habitat for Humanity. I talked to, I don't know who he was, what role. Really, really sweet man who they couldn't take donations of used items. And so he hooked me up and we got calls after that. So yeah, we have a little mini relationship with our local Habitat for Humanity. And I've been a fan of theirs for decades. Always end on a good note. Also shop where the sales are. I mean, exactly, right? You have a good, that's economics 101. Lower your prices so people buy. Lower your prices, let people know about it, and there you go. Ninja Watching says, Mickey Bunch. Jeff wants me to leave, but I do not want you to leave Galley Streaming. I want to be the funny one. Lion King, I heard that. When I was young, that camera wasn't focusing. I should know better. All right, anyway. Yes, I agree. Walmart is in the Midwest are not clean at all, but much better here in North. Yeah, you know what? I mean, Walmart's like a Starbucks, like a McDonald's, like anything that's national. Is it national? The local, like a Boys and Girls Club, like anything really. The local management team decides if they sweep, clean the bathroom. I mean, you actually have ads on the freeway saying, hey, clean bathrooms here. Why? Because some people just don't care enough to put the trash in the trash. Dad Builds in the house. What's going on, Dad Builds? Good morning to you. Myers in the Mouth says hello to Dad Builds. Gallantly Streaming says LOL. Gallantly Streaming, you've been warned. I want to be the funny one. Anyway, that's it. All right. I think we're done. How are we doing on the clock? Why can't I see a clock? Am I over time? Oh, no, we're not over time. We're okay. Perfect timing, actually. So listen, Myers and the Mouse at noon. I'm pretty sure noon my time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern time, other o'clocks, other places. Talking about Vlogmas, and my wifey's trying to get me to work from home today, so I might. You invited me, I might. But whether I'm there or not, you should be there, people. Go check out Myers and the Mouse at noon today Central Time, some other o'clock, some other time wherever you live. And then right now, in 6 minutes, the Mickey Bunch Brunch with the Bunch. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, they go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You should check that out. That'll be fun. So I think I have done all my damage. So what have we learned today? Donate to your local nonprofit, support teachers, support families and kids, even more than that, and don't bring your weapons on vacation. I mean, I don't even want to say that. It might be something that they're going to store for you if you bring your AR. You be you. I'll be me. Let's call the whole thing off. Sherry goes live. Sherry goes live. Sherry Sunset. Sherry Awesome Sunset Travels. I don't know this. Only on Wednesdays. There you go. Sherry Awesome Sunset Travel. So you have places to be, people. You've got, I need you to do a couple things. Sherry's Awesome Sunset Travels. Kelly from the Mickey Bunch, both going live in about 5 minutes or so. I don't even know what time it is. I just looked. I don't remember. Myers and the Mouse going live at noon today, Central Time. Do math, right? Also, I want you to check out my Slack. Send me a message on my Slack. You know what else I want you to do? I don't want to ask people to share things out very often. It just feels weird. Although I'll ask you to become a member. Feel free to become a member of the channel like I had a couple people do yesterday. It's really a blessing, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, I want this video to be seen by people, especially people in the I'm just getting started in the Disney YouTube world. So let me pull it up. Why can't I find the video? There it is. Because it's hiding. I would really, really like people who are getting started on Disney YouTube to get a chance to see this. And if I can help them, they could. I would like to. It is me talking about what I'm going to do for Vlogmas. If you don't know what a Vlogmas is, you need to check out Myers and the Mouse. Show at noon today, Central Time. They're going to be talking. Math is hard. Calculators are easy. Math is hard. Myers and the Mouse at noon Central Time is going to be talking about what they're doing for Vlogmas. And this is what I'm going to be doing for Vlogmas. And I want to support people in the Disney community. 1,000 subscribers or under. I'm also looking for 100 and under. I'm hoping to find 25 in both of those niches. If I have trouble getting to 25 on either one of them, I might do people outside of the Disney community that I'm just a fan of. I want to help. Does that make sense? So yes, share that out, whether you put it out on your Twitter feeds or you just send it directly to people, which I probably would prefer. But I don't know, you do whatever. But I really want to be able to get to 25, and I think I will. I had like 30 emails and or Instagram messages the night after, and it's been like 4 days. So soon, I'll be sending out the email to all of them. And if you're wondering what that is, if you're waiting for that, what it's going to be is I'm going to ask you to send me a little video so as I can see your lighting setup and hear your audio and hear you, right? Because I'm probably not going to know all the channels, right? And if you can be articulate and you've got decent lights and your sound sounds good, I'll just take the first 25, to be honest, under 1,000, and then the first 25 under 100. And I know I'm going to make a couple people mad because they're going to have horrible audio or horrible lighting, or they're afraid to talk or whatever it is. So it's not like it's a tryout, but I mean, I'm not going to, if you're not ready, you're not ready. Does that make sense? So anyway, I feel like I'm talking too much. Let me get going on. Let me get caught up in chat, and then we're going to say goodbye, and I will reiterate where you should go, which is to the Mickey Bunch, to Sherry's Awesome Set Travels right now, and then at noon Central Time over to Myers and the Mouse to talk about Vlogmas. Also, Friday Night Disney Pins live right here on this channel. Good Morning Disney is Monday through Saturday, but this Saturday we will not be live. We're going to a pumpkin patch. Yes, I will do some videoing. Yes, E2 will be there. E1 might even be there. I'm not really sure. Yeah, and then I got my Sunday shows. So just hit the subscribe button. Be awesome. If you want to hit the notification bell, even better. And and new members, of course. For the members, you guys who are in green, the Zoom call should be fine on Friday. Obviously, I don't let anybody know about it until I can assure it happens Friday night, usually about 8 o'clock my time. Zoom members only party. Really fun. Actually, one of my favorite things of the week now. All right, let me get caught up in chat, and then I think we'll say goodbye. The phone call, you have a phone? You have a headache, Dad Builds? Scalantly streaming is funnier than me, and it's not my favorite part of the day, but whatever. I want to be the funny one. I don't even let other people in my house tell jokes. No, I'm just kidding. Although that's a good rule. I don't like rules, though. See, that's the problem. When you don't like rules, you kind of don't get to make other rules. I like rules for other people. All right, let's move on. You mean I can drive my tank to the Grand Flow? I mean, you can. Oh, you said you can't. I mean, you can. You have a tank. We need to talk. Tank Talk with Corner Sports and Dole Whip. No, Tank Talk. That sounds fun. No, just having a headache and in bed. Dad Builds, I'm sorry. Not at my PC, but want to check in. Oh, I'm glad you're here, but I'm more sad that you have a headache. I hope you feel better. Paximil with all the emojis. Wanted to stop by and say hello. Great to see you. Better to see you, buddy. I'm being a human being right now and saying goodbye. I know, right? People don't. It's hard, you know. You're probably not even here anymore now that I'm responding, but I'm glad you were here, even if you can't hear me. Have a great rest of the week. Absolutely. Francisco says, go Dodgers. Myers of the Mouse. Stevie C. We get free parking. Yeah, baby. Even with the tank. What color is your tank? It's not a question you expect to hear every day, but that's the kind of show this is. Do you go see the caves yet? I did. Video coming soon. I think that's it. Somebody offer me a cookie, right? I want a cookie. That's all. Thank you so much. Gun talk and teacher talk all in one show. That is a well-rounded show. Good morning, Disney news and stuff every Monday through Saturday, but not this Saturday, 9:15 Central Time, other 15s, other places, depending on where you live. Thanks for being here. Have the best day ever. Go do something awesome for somebody. Have fun storming the castle. Hashtag Team Replay. If you stayed all the way to the end, you're amazing. Love you all. Bye for now. Go Dodgers tonight. By the way, during the Dodger game, if you text me, you knock on my door, you call me, you even think about me, I will not be responding during the Dodger game. PSA. All right. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here.